Nasa Pilipinas ngayon ang women's MMA star na si Anna the Hurricane Julaton para sa kanyang laban sa One Championship sa Mall of Asia Arena na gaganapin sa Biyernes. Ang makakatapat ni Julaton ay ang Russian fighter na si Irina Mazepa. To tell us more about her upcoming fight, we're joined by Anna herself as well as MMA striking coach Angela Reyes. Guys, welcome to The Score. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having
Welcome
us.
back to the Philippines, Anna. Well, everybody's hyped for your fight again here back home in Manila. But talk about what you've learned so far and how you feel you've progressed from your shift from boxing to MMA. What's it been like for you?
Well, first off, I love being out here in the Philippines. I want to thank Philippine Airlines for just bringing my team out here, supporting me for this fight. It's a big fight. You know, me coming from boxing, going to MMA.
Right.
And man, it's been an experience altogether in terms of just, first off, I started out with martial arts.
Right.
So I learned how to give respect.
Okay.
Then I go into boxing, male-dominated sport. I had to learn how to earn my respect. So it's a little bit the two worlds. You know, I had to learn how to be versatile in both. And so, with that said, now going to MMA, completely different sport.
Yeah.
I kind of had to like everything that I built so far in boxing, where I live and die with my fist. I'm 100% boxing.
Yeah.
You know, and then I go into MMA, and I'm like, whoa, it's a different world.
Yeah.
I got to learn wrestling, all the things that I've committed myself into in terms of my game plan, my strategy in boxing and so forth. I had to let a lot of that go. And I feel like that's a little bit of my martial arts where I have to step back a little bit, open up, and I got to, you know, tribute a lot of it to like my boxing coach, Angela Reyes, for just hooking me up with the right people. I got to meet one of the top MMA coaches out there, Ricky Lindell.
Right.
I got to meet with one of the greatest, with an awesome strength coach, David Gavick, and I have such an awesome team. So in terms of like the transitioning, I think everything just came out fluently.
From the outside perspective, of course, that's Anna talking about herself. She may be a little bit more humble, talking about herself. As a coach, what have you seen? How has the transition been for her, and in adding all the other facets of the MMA fight game added to her boxing skills?
Yeah, I think that one of the greatest things about Anna, just as a person, is she is very humble. So imagine being this person who she's dominated in the boxing world. At one point, a lot of people were really feeling that there was Pacquiao, and then there was the female Pacquiao in Anna, right? So she goes into the world of MMA just last year, and it's a completely different world. It's not the same as boxing at all. You have to fight in a cage. Everything is circular. There's no ring. You get taken down right away. So she had to really humble herself and empty her cup and learn that way. And we're just fortunate that Ricky Lindell, who's the best coach in MMA over there with the UFC, and he really took her on as a protege, as a student, because he felt that you know, one of the things he was saying to himself is, what if we can take a boxer who's at a world-class level
already
and actually teach them how to wrestle?
Has he ever done that to any other athlete?
He's never done it.
Whether male or female?
Whether male or female.
So it was a challenge for him as a coach.
It was a challenge for him as well. He really felt that Anna was a special type of person, a special type of project. And you know, and Ricky Lindell, he loves the Filipino people. He really wishes he could be here actually for this fight, but he's training Carlos Condit.
Okay, so he's a little bit busy.
He's a little bit busy, yes.
All right, Anna, for you, looking at this fight in particular, Irina, interestingly, beat the woman who beat you. Okay, so how does this all work around in terms of, I mean, of course it's not fair to say that obviously since she beat Osman, she can easily beat you, but how does this factor into how you respect her and prepared for her as well?
Oh my gosh, I think everything just happens for a reason. I feel like since I've been able to really take this whole entire year and learn with my team, just understanding MMA, my first 3 fights, it's a wash. Anyone watching it won't get a real good glimpse of who I am.
Okay.
My first 3 fights, I feel like I was a boxer stepping into the cage, versus now
That's
I feel
how
like
you felt, huh?
That's how I felt.
Honestly, okay.
But now I feel like I'm an MMA fighter stepping into the cage.
Okay.
So it's going to be, I think it's great. I think it brings a lot more excitement. People want to watch the fight. And I'm ready to put out some dynamite December 11.
Well, Angelo, I want to ask you this. A lot of people are still looking forward to the potential stand-up fight of this particular fight, because Irina's known for her kickboxing and she's got striking skills. How do you see this as a factor that will bring a lot of explosiveness to this fight?
Yes, no, I agree with you 100%. I think that we're where people thought that Osman was going to have a chance against Irina. I don't think they were giving Irina enough credit. Last year, Anna was supposed to fight Irina, and she was looking forward to that challenge because it would be a striker versus striker matchup. And you could see Irina easily knocked out Ann Osman. It wasn't even a contest. So now you have someone in Anna who is a world champion boxer that was trained under Freddie Roach. And then Irina is a multiple-time world kickboxing champion. So I think everyone in Manila is going to have fun watching this match. At the end of the day, in all honesty, because Anna is now a full MMA fighter, and with the head coaching of Ricky Lindell, I think Anna will show everybody that a boxer can become a wrestler. You know, so
how do you plan to surprise people? Of course, people are going to be expecting the fireworks, the stand-up game, but will we be surprised to see more of that from you now? That you spend more time honing your other, you know, as we say, mixed martial arts skills.
I don't want to say too much.
Okay, not to give it all away, but
right. But I just got to say, I feel like this is going to be like my first opportunity to really showcase my MMA skills.
Interesting. So that's how you see this fight. This is like the real first, you know, all-around MMA fight for you.
Yeah. So.
How is it different? Did you feel before you were a little bit more defensive in terms of avoiding the grappling, avoiding the takedowns, and rather wanted to keep your strengths in the stand-up game? Or now you can be more of both, defensive and offensive?
I mean, right now I feel like there's a lot more opportunities. I see it completely different. I understand the game a lot more. Versus, yes, back then I lived and died with my fist. You know, I was going in there. I like to challenge people to try and do the takedowns. Now I like to challenge them and see if they can handle my takedowns. So. You
Trying to get used to hearing that from Anna, right? Look at Angela giggling. How different is it, though, with the striking? Some people have observed that maybe your strike is not the same with a closed glove as a boxing glove and with an open glove. I mean, I've never tried, you know, comparing the two as someone throwing those punches, but how different is it for you?
Oh, it's so different.
It is, okay.
When you have the glove, it's a little bit thicker, so like your distancing is a little bit different versus if you have just regular MMA gloves. You have to be, I think, a little bit more accurate. You have to be a little bit more closer. In boxing, sometimes you can cover up, do a lot of blocking. MMA, that's not necessarily the case because, you know, a punch, it can slip right through, elbows can slip right through, take your head down, get knees, get kicks.
So there's so much more to it because it's smaller. Angela, jumping on this a bit, how have you tweaked your training of her striking with the smaller glove?
It is very different. This is something that I was very fortunate to be able to work with Frank Mir also this past year. And yeah, boxing and MMA is very different. You have to be clean, very basic, not much blocking because you can't block at all. So there's honestly, I think someone like Manny Pacquiao would be amazing at MMA because he moves so quickly. If he could learn the wrestling. If he learned the wrestling just like Anna, I think Manny Pacquiao could beat people like Aldo. You know, but you know, it would take years to really learn how to wrestle. So.
Well, Anna, and we know you're really, you know, psyched for this fight in the Philippines again. There are other Pinoys in the card as well. Talk about how that's, you know, put together one big card with other Filipinos on the card with you.
I mean, we have obviously the main event, Brandon Vera, and man, I mean, that guy's a workaholic. I'm standing right next to him. You know, we're doing all these promos, and I could just tell he's just really excited for the fight. He's in excellent shape. His team's right around him, and he's kind of putting himself into that element. So I think it's great how he's coming over here to the Philippines and he's promoting the fight. He's galvanizing all of our kababayans, you know what I mean? And it gets everyone really pumped up. So we're looking for a full house.
Awesome. And what's it been like for you so far? How has the fan support, the Filipino MMA fan support, been like for you so far?
Oh man, I love the Philippines. You know, it's in boxing, I'm so used to being a road warrior. I've been to Mexico, fought a Mexican, went to Argentina, fought in Argentina, went to Canada, fought a Canadian. So it's nice to be a Filipina fighting in the Philippines. So you gotta imagine just having that viewpoint, having that support. I feel unstoppable. You know what I mean? It's like there's no fear, no questions. I just gotta deliver.
Well, I can see it in your eyes right now how excited you are, and we can't wait to press the fast forward button to Friday. So best of luck. You look really prepared, mentally, physically. You look great. Angelo, great job, and to the rest of the team. So we look forward to an awesome fight this Friday. Good luck, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.